Imagine you build a huge house, bigger than any house around it. Strong walls, shiny windows. At first, everything looks perfect, but there's one problem. The house is built on sand. At first, nothing happens. Then one day, a small crack appears. Another day, another crack. And slowly, fixing the house becomes impossible. This house is not just a house, it's China's economy. And one decision made years ago turned small cracks into a problem that can't be easily fixed. China wasn't always powerful. Just a few decades ago, China was poor but ambitious. The country had one simple goal: grow fast, grow very fast. Factories were built everywhere. People worked long hours. Exports grew. China was climbing fast. But factories take time, and time was something China didn't want to wait for. So they found a shortcut. The shortcut was real estate. Build homes, build apartments, build cities. Even if no one lived there yet, buildings went up faster than people could move in. Entire cities stood quiet, empty. But on paper, everything looked amazing. For regular people, buying a home became everything. It wasn't just a place to live. It was savings. It was security. It was the future. So people bought one home, then another, then another. Homes became money. Concrete became confidence. Local governments loved this system. They sold land. They got money. Growth stayed high. And when warning signs appeared, they were ignored. Because stopping construction meant slower growth. And slower growth meant unhappy people. So the decision was made: keep building, no matter what. The bubble grew bigger. Developers borrowed more and more money. One of them was Evergrande. They built everywhere. They borrowed to build, then borrowed more to pay old loans. Banks believed they were too big to fail, so money kept flowing. Everyone believed the system was safe. But safety was an illusion. Then cracks became visible. Homes stopped halfway. Buyers waited and waited. Life savings were stuck in unfinished buildings. Trust began to fade. In 2020, China finally tried to stop it. New rules were announced. No more endless borrowing. No more reckless building. The brakes were slammed. But it was too late. You can't stop a car safely after it has already driven off a cliff. Developers began to fall. Evergrande collapsed. Then others followed. Homes, banks, and local governments were all connected. So when property fell, everything shook. People panicked. Confidence disappeared. China now faced an impossible choice. Print money? The currency weakens. Bail out developers? The bubble comes back bigger. Let them fail? People lose savings. Every option hurts. There is no clean solution. This is why China's problem is so hard to fix. Too many homes, too much debt, too little trust. And trust is the real foundation of an economy. Once it cracks, it's very hard to rebuild. The real lesson is simple. When growth is built on shortcuts, the bill always comes later. And later is always expensive. If you want more stories like this, simple and honest, subscribe. Because the biggest problems in the world usually begin with one small decision.